Hi, I'm Hazel, and this is a guide to the Carapace of N'Zoth raid boss in Ny'alotha on normal and heroic difficulty. N'Zoth is a certified big deal, which means he gets 2 fights. In this encounter, you'll have a sanity bar on your screen. Various mechanics will hurt your sanity. If you run out, you get perma-mind controlled, and your friends will need to kill you, and you've ruined everything. How could you? To help you stay sane, our pal Rathian hangs out at the front here with his Anger of Sanity. Stand near him to regen your sanity, and you'll also get a nice little sprint to help you get back into things. While helpful, Rathian is parked pretty far back. For emergencies, they give you an extra action button that will safely swoop you back to Rathian. That's got a 2-minute cooldown. You can use his help during Phase 1 and 2. He will leave us for Phase 3. The boss that we're fighting here is this guy, the Fury of N'Zoth. He will use Mandible Slam on his tank, which of course stacks a debuff. Swap after 2 stacks. If you get Madness Bomb, you need to move out so that nobody is in your ring. It does damage, a short fear, and it'll also hurt the sanity of any secondary victims, so just get out. He'll be chucking out Mental Decay, don't worry about that. It's an unavoidable sanity loss, and sometimes life's just like that. Adaptive Membrane will put an Absorb Shield on something that you're fighting. If you damage it off within 12 seconds, that damage will also happen to the thing's health and it'll spawn a Fragment of Sanity. Anyone, but preferably a tank, can run into that fragment to eat it for 10 sanity. They don't stick around long, so get them while they're hot. The other fun feature of this phase are these massive growth-covered tentacles. They start the party by slamming down, and you can see where they'll land from this big looming shadow. If you're under that, you die, and everyone will know, so watch for shadows. Once it's down, you'll notice a bunch of red lump ads. You've got 1 minute to climb up the tentacle and clear those ads before they explode. Start with that. It'll also drip some goo splashes off to the sides that spawn Nightmare Antigen ads. Those get stronger over time and will stack up a haste and speed debuff on their targets. Tank and CC them and then kill them after the red lumps are done. At 50% health, Rathian will open up a tunnel to a new room for Phase 2. Follow him through and you'll find the Fury of N'Zoth in a vaguely Gahoon-y room. He's still popping out membranes and madness bombs, but he does not need to be tanked for now. There will be ramps up both sides of the room covered with synthesis lumps on the walls and mycelial cysts on the ground. The goal of this phase is to make your way around and kill all of these synthesis lumps before they heal the boss too much. To make that tougher, these cysts have patches on the ground that will slow your movement. The cysts can't be killed. Instead, you can damage them to shrink their radius and get by. Once you clear out all of these synthesis growths, you can jump down to get back to the Fury. He's got the same moves as before with 2 new tricks. Occipital Blast is a frontal cone attack that you definitely want to sidestep out of. Eternal Darkness is unavoidable raid damage that will also drain some sanity. When you get him to 40%, you're going to push him to Phase 3 and lose Rathian. Make sure that everyone tops up their sanity before you get him past 40%. In Phase 3, they race against the clock to finish before you run out of sanity. Madness Bomb gets upgraded to Insanity Bomb, which goes on to everyone and spawns antigen ads. Spread out for that one and then tank the ads that spawn. Your only source of sanity at this point is the gold orbs from popping Adaptive Membrane shields. If he puts the shield on one ad, he'll put it on all of them, so you can try leaving the ads up until the shield goes out. AoE the shields off, and you should get a handful of shiny candy to top up anyone who's low. Thrashing Tentacles will be slamming down for the rest of the fight. You should have plenty of practice from Phase 1, it's basically that tentacle slam, but just more of them and without all of the lumpy stuff. Don't stand in shadows and you'll be fine. On normal, that's the fight. On heroic, there are a few more things to spice it up. Gaze of Madness ads will be in Phase 1 on heroic. They cast Braid Madness, which you should not kick. When it finishes or is kicked, it'll hurt everyone's health, their sanity, and buff itself. Kill this thing as quickly as possible. In heroic Phase 3, you get Infinite Darkness. That's heavy, unavoidable raid damage, and it'll spawn a Shadow Sphere to avoid. It's not like you had your hands full or anything with the bombs and the tentacles and the ads and then the shields and the cone attacks. This should be fun. And that is the Carapace of N'Zoth in Ny'alotha. I've got more guides on my channel and I also stream on Twitch. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.